chapter 3, waiting and waiting. So chapter 2, they found out Lucille's going to have an Easter egg hunt. There's going to be a golden egg. So chapter 3 is called Waiting and Waiting. So I'm wondering what they're waiting and waiting for. Maybe they're waiting and waiting for the Easter egg hunt. Let's find out. On Saturday morning, I jumped up out of bed very excited because today was the day of the party, of course. The Easter egg hunt! The Easter egg hunt! Today is the day of the Easter egg hunt! I sang out real loud. I ran into Mother and Daddy's room and I turned on their light. The Easter egg hunt! The Easter egg hunt is today is the day of the Easter egg hunt! Mother opened an eyeball. It's not time to get up yet, Junie B, she said. It's still dark outside. Please go back to bed. I put my head next to her face. Yeah, only I don't think that's actually possible, I said, on account of my brain is already activated. Mother put her pillow over her head. I lifted it up. I'm going to find the golden egg today, I said. I told you about that, right, Mother? Whoever finds the golden egg gets to swim in Lucille's hot water. I hugged myself very happy. I would love to swim in hot water, I said, except for Sheldon said May wants the prize too. Plus Lucille loves Sheldon, and so maybe she might give him a hint or something, and a hint would not be good. I did a little frown. Plus here's another problem, I said. May has bird parts, and birds can see as good as hawks. Mother pretended to snore. I did a huffy breath at her. Sometimes mothers do not act their old age. Finally, I put the pillow back on her head, and I went back to my room. I picked up my stuffed elephant named Philip Johnny Bob, and we skipped to my closet to pick out my party clothes. He looked at all my hangers. I said, what kind of clothes are good egg hunting clothes? What do you think, Phil? Philip tapped on his trunk. Well, let's see. Good egg hunting clothes should be easy to run in probably, because when you spot an egg, you will have to beat people to it. Right, he said? Right, I said. Plus, good egg hunting clothes should not be a dress either, on account of sometimes when I am beating people to an egg, I will have to tackle them into a scuffle. Correct, said Philip. Tackling and scruffling often happens in egg hunts. He thought some more. Also, good egg hunting clothes should have big pockets to carry all the eggs you're going to find, he said. I nodded, yes. Plus, good egg clothes have to be pretty, right, Phil? I said, because this is a fancy party, you know. I know, said Phil. Egg clothes should definitely be pretty. Like, we looked some more. Then, both of us spotted the pretty clothes at once. Like those brand new lavender overalls that Mother just bought. We shouted real joyful. Phil threw himself way in the air. Yes, the brand new lavender overalls will be perfect, Junie B. Because lavender is exactly like purple almost, and purple is the color of your favorite glasses. He flung himself into the air again. We are a genius at picking out egg clothes, he said. Yes, we are a genius, Philip, I said back. I cannot lose the egg hunt in this perfect outfit. After that, I quick put on my lavender overalls, and then me and Philip ran into the window, and we sat down on the floor, and we waited for daylight to come. The party was supposed to start at lunchtime. There was going to be a picnic before the egg hunt. Lunchtime is very far away from when it's dark out in the morning, isn't it? That information was printed right on Lucille's fancy invitation. I read it to Mother and Daddy at breakfast. A picnic lunch will be served on the grounds before the event, I read and smiled. I enjoy eating on the ground, I said. Mother laughed. Oh, I don't think you'll be eating on the ground, Junie B, she said. Grounds are what rich people call their lawn and gardens. I got down from the table and looked outside. Do we have grounds, I asked. Mother rolled her eyes and looked at Daddy. Heavens no, Junie B, she said. What we have is weeds and crabgrass. Daddy sucked his cheeks in at her. Weeds and crabgrass is an issue, apparently. After breakfast, I waited for it to be time to leave. It was the longest morning I ever saw. Then finally, Daddy said it was time to go. And so I ran to the car, lickety-split. Lickety-split is a grown-up word for zippity fast. It took forever to get to Lucille's house. We drove and drove and drove, then at last, we turned down Lucille's long driveway. Lucille's house. Lucille's house! We're finally at Lucille's house! I shouted out. I leaned my nose against the window, Remember when I came here last year, Daddy, I said? Me and my friend Grace spent the night at this place, and I ate dinner and breakfast with her rich, expensive Nana. Then, oh my gosh, I saw her! I saw the rich, expensive Nana. She was standing there with Lucille's mother and daddy and brother. They were welcoming all the cars. I opened my door and I ran to her. Well, 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 we meet again, Nana, I hollered real happy. Then I hugged my arms around her middle and I tried to lift her off the ground. Only she didn't actually budge that good. I stepped back and looked at her. The Nana had put on a few pounds, I believe. After that, I tried to lift her again, but this time she took my arms away. Oh dear, no, young lady. You mustn't try to pick me up, she said. You'll hurt yourself. I looked at her kind of puzzled. Yeah, only I'm not a young lady, Nana, I said. Look, see, it's me. It's Junie B Jones. I pointed at my face. Don't you remember me, huh? I spent the night here with Lucille and Grace. Remember that, Nana? It was the time of our life, I said. The Nana looked closer at me. Then all of a sudden, drops of sweat came onto her head. She took out a tissue and dabbed herself. Oh my, oh dear, yes, I remember now, she said. She did a little shiver. Junie B Jones. I remember well. I skipped around in a circle. Today's going to be fun, right, Nana? So I'm thinking she's realizing that, oh my goodness, this is the Junie B Jones that spent the night at her house and created chaos. Today I'm going to find the golden egg. After I skipped, I held out my hand to do a high five, but the Nana didn't actually respond. And so I just swatted at her sleeve, and that's all. And then another car drove up in the driveway. I turned around, and oh boy, it was my good friend named Shirley. Plus after Shirley came Sheldon. And after Sheldon came Roger. And after Roger came Camille and Chenille and Herbert and Jose and Lenny. And then all the rest of the children in room one came too. Only wait till you hear this. I didn't see, you know who. I looked all around to be sure. Who do you think you know who is? Then I crossed my fingers for luck. And I hoped that maybe May wouldn't show up after all. Because maybe she would forget that the party was today, possibly. I thought a minute. Or else maybe her daddy's car would get 4 flat tires. Or maybe his battery would go dead. Or maybe his muffler would fall off in the middle of the street. I thought some more and I did a grin. Or else maybe May was playing in her backyard this morning and she bent over to tie her shoe and floof, she got carried off by a North American barn owl. I bent over and laughed out loud. Now that was a good one. All right, so chapter 4 will be eggs and sweaty other stuff. I wonder if May's gonna show up to the party.